how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. If they'll make
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes. I can't...
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghoff tells you is one...
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over...
Yes.
Very well. Berghoff is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit...
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years. And now Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they...
Who is he really, this...
The cousin of King Wenceslas? He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now, I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. But he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas.
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. But he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, you can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over...
Who is this Prokop that you're...
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a revolt. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
The League of Lords and that Berghoff we're off to see.
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghoff, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined... But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way. So they may...
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein.
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family, with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies.
I don't know all that much about...
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a like him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslas. Ironically, Wenceslas joined forces with Jobst to liberate him. And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it. God does move in mysterious ways.
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a name I hadn't heard before.
Rupert is the Prince-Elector of the Palatinate.
What's a Prince-Elector?
The Prince-Electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other Prince-Electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome... So, now we have 2 kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he switched allegiance.
That's about all.
Very well.